Hey everyone, this is Anthony from the Console Gaming Crew, and we could not be happier to announce that we are now part of the Boss Rush Podcast Network and are featured on BossRushGames.com. BossRushGames.com is a place where you can find up-to-date news articles, blogs, and podcasts about video games. In addition to that, there is a growing collection of podcasts in not just the gaming community, but other communities as well. We are honored to be part of such a great network of podcasters, so please stop by and give everyone a listen. Thank you so much and enjoy the show.
Yo, crew members, what it be?
Heyo.
Hey,
That was gravelly as a motherfucker, by the way.
that was
You.
weird. Me?
Yo. No, Wes.
Oh, yeah.
He had a
Yeah,
lot
I
of.
gave it a little.
There was
I
a
tried
lot
to
of
give it a little
yow in there. Goddamn.
Yow.
I think my throat just melted.
That's because of the shirt you got on.
Anywho, yeah. So, just in case this pops up multiple times in
It's
this
going to.
podcast, I am wearing my wife's Console Gaming Crew shirt,
You know,
which is
there was a lot of embarrassment when you just said that because
Excuse me.
your voice literally just gave out as well.
probably.
You're like my voice.
I'm feeling a little soft right now.
You're looking a
Feeling
little soft.
right now. I got yeah, this and when I put it on, and when I was about to put it on, I was like, it can't possibly be that different.
It's
Yeah, Daddy was wrong
definitely that.
because
The worst part about this though, like I'm gonna interrupt you. This man is known for having like hair all over the place. I'm looking at him on this video. It looks like he shaved his chest specifically to wear this shirt.
no, nope. I still got my chest hair. I do.
You definitely don't. But all right.
No, right here, bro.
Oh, he shaved it above by the neck. Got it. He shaved closer
I didn't
to
shave.
the neck.
I-
He got rid of the
Bruh,
neck beard, and now it's all like
No, I
Lower nip
legit
hair.
have not. I legit have not shaved
Took it off,
anything.
patch it down here.
I have not shaved anything off my chest in probably a year, if
Oh.
not since we were working out. Actually, probably more than that.
good to know.
My
So
wife likes it, so I'm like, my wife likes it, so I'm like, yeah, one less thing. Fuck it, one less thing.
I love how this was a show about something, and it just turned into
Brought to
your
you by
shirt.
Manscaped.
Yeah, right.
Shit, I wish.
Yeah, right.
So awesome.
I'll talk about
Let's get
Manscaped.
that fucking sponsorship.
Right. So
I'll
wait.
talk about. I still want Blue Chew. We can have fun with that.
Off the topic of hair,
That sounded terrible, by the way.
lower hair nip and fucking Blue Chew and
So, speaking of hairy,
You're not wrong.
yeah. What's today's episode?
today's episode is all about Hogwarts Legacy,
She bring
a
you a
game
bra?
that we brought up.
Yeah, actually, it looked like it.
What? No,
Ah.
baby monitor. She's about to take a shower, so keeping an eye on the boy. Yeah, Hogwarts Legacy. We brought this game up. Fuck, I don't remember when. I think during a Sony State of Play, maybe we saw like a quick, brief,
Yeah.
like
It was
some point last year.
teaser trailer.
Yeah, it was about
teaser
a
trailer,
year
and we were
ago.
like, and I remember us saying like, we're gonna keep an eye on this one because it sounds, from what they're saying, like it's gonna be pretty cool. And I knew they had something exciting when Sony came out and decided to have a State of Play just for that game.
Yeah.
That's how you know, like, okay, they feel like they got something here. And in my opinion, they didn't disappoint. Of course, I got to get my hand on the game, but
Yeah.
like it looks like, it looks like a game that could really do some things. So why don't we just start off and talk about what this game's about? I mean, if one of y'all have it, you can do it. If not, I got it.
So I mean, look, I'm gonna let you do a lot of the talking here because you are the big Harry Potter guy when it comes down to like this group.
I would imagine Anthony is more so than me.
Why?
Anthony, you've at least seen every movie, right?
Yes.
I've seen 2 movies,
Oh,
I've read that.
and I've seen each of them one time.
and you've read all the books?
all but the
Yeah.
last. Yeah.
My wife is the
See,
is
we
the
should.
Harry
So
Potter
we
enthusiast in this house.
unfortunately,
Okay,
your wife
so-
decided to go take a shower. We should have replaced her. Well, we should have replaced you with her.
You with her?
Yeah, because you're both wearing the same
Yeah.
shirt anyway. So
Yeah,
we
it
could have
worked
just used. We could have used her.
She's here in spirit. Okay.
Oh, okay. Well,
I'm gonna
not
channel.
her knowledge
I'm gonna channel. I'm
You
gonna
wanna-
channel
you're
my
gonna
wife's.
channel?
I'm
You're
gonna channel. I'm gonna channel. I'm gonna channel my wife here.
Jesus
And
Christ.
anyway, so
Yeah.
the plot of Hogwarts Legacy, and this is in a super big nutshell, so I'm really dumbing this down before we get to talk about it. So Hogwarts Legacy is set in 1890 3 years before Albus Dumbledore attended Hogwarts as a student, following a fifth-year student attending the school late. So you're literally starting the game as a fifth-year student. So you got a lot of catching up to do. The player character is someone who holds the key to an ancient secret that threatens to tear the wizarding world apart, capable of manipulating a mysterious ancient magic, and will need to help uncover why this forgotten magic has suddenly made a resurgence and the ones that are simultaneously trying to harness it. So basically, again, in a nutshell, you get to create your character, which is what makes this game stand out compared to any other Harry Potter game where you're just playing
as Harry Potter. Yeah.
As Harry or any of the other characters. So you get to create your own character, and from everything I've read, go ahead, Wes. What you got?
Well, no, what I was going to say was because we were saying this when we were watching the video before we cut the mics on. It seems like with doing this basically 300, 200 years before, you know what I mean, before what we know. Yeah. And at least 100 and some odd years before like Fantastic Beasts.
Mm-hmm.
So they essentially have carte blanche to be able to go ahead and just kind of create the world and create certain events any way that they want.
Yeah. They found a way so, like in such a smart way to be able to make a game without any like Harry Potter super fan being like, that's not right. That's not, bitch, do you know what this world was like before 200 years before? Because I'm pretty sure J.K. Rowling never wrote about it. So, and it certainly wasn't in the movies to my knowledge.
Well, the other cool thing though is she's not directly involved with the games either.
No,
this
she's
game.
not.
I would imagine with the shit that has been going on with her, they probably are happy about that. So
see, here's the thing. Right when all of that came out, I remember we did an episode a few days later, and we went ahead and like read an article that that the studio that's doing Hogwarts Legacy said flat out, look, she's essentially only here by name. You know what I mean? Yeah. She doesn't have like
she's here because we needed to get her okay to even put the Wizarding World as a part of this whole thing.
Yeah.
So, so that is a good piece of information there. But yeah, like you said, it gives them the ability to just do whatever they want with it. But apparently they do have little nods to characters that you would have seen in the movies or read in the book.
Yeah.
How they're going to do that, I don't know. Anthony and my wife will recognize that before I will. They'll probably call and be like, "Oh, that's so and so." I'll be like, "Oh, cool, just meeting them for the first time." But
never knew that. It's gonna be cool though.
Yeah.
So many guys that look like Dobby.
Yeah, it's funny. Because
no, man.
That's me. That would be me. Is that Dobby?
Like, they tell you what his name is, and it's not Dobby.
The one whose name I think it was Deke.
I think.
Well, did you hear Alex? Did you hear Alex when she came in like halfway through?
No.
And it was the one part where his back was to the camera.
Oh my god!
And I was like, "Oh, look at this cute little guy!" And she goes, "Dobby," and he turns around and has his beard. And she goes, "Not Dobby." I was like, sure, but so you get to create your own character, and you get to go into the Sorting Hat, and apparently can go anywhere, which again is nothing like any other game, because where do you always land in every other game? Gryffindor.
Yeah.
See, I'm curious on what the hat will say about your. You mean like right when they put the hat on, if they go into like the screen to where you like answer questions.
I don't answer how you create your person, that sort of thing.
And then that will go ahead and say, okay, this is Ravenclaw.
Ravencroft.
Sorry.
Well, now here's the thing, because again, I've only seen the first two movies, and I only saw them once and a long time ago. So I'll ask Ant because he'll probably know. How do you go about getting sorted? Do they ask questions, or does the Sorting Hat just go on and just say, you seem like a...
The hat just knows. Yeah, so the thing is they put the hat on, the hat's like, yeah, you're going here. But it being a game, it would kind of be having... Oh my god, it would be fucking cool as hell if they did kind of like how you... if they could get somehow into like the games you've played.
Oh my god, like tap into their inner Psycho Mantis?
Yep.
We were just talking about...
Yeah.
But what I was going to say was, in a way, it would almost be kind of cool if it worked that way like it did in the movie, where it is just kind of automatically generated and you didn't really have a way to get yourself to where you want to be.
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck where I go. I just want to play the goddamn game. Like the game looks...
Exactly.
This looks like a new version, or not. I don't say new version in the sense that it's the same type of game, because it's not. So don't take it that way. But this looks like this is going to be the new take, or a whole new Skyrim. At least for us, think of it this way: between the main story.
I was thinking a little more Dragon Age.
I don't mean the gameplay. I didn't get to play Dragon Age. I don't mean the gameplay and all that kind of stuff. I literally mean the length of the game, the story, the side missions, all the crafting.
It seems like it's going to be long.
Basically never ending.
Never ending. Yes.
I'm good. I'm good with that.
100%.
Yeah,
I'm good with that.
Not to mention, I mean, you're able to go to Hogsmeade and be able to walk through there, and then there you have like vendors, and you can go ahead and get new wands and new outfits and all that other type of stuff.
I'm curious. So I'm curious about the list of spells. I'm curious about the list of like the plants and all the other kind of stuff that you can create. I'm curious about the list of the animals or the creatures, I should say.
That one I'm very curious about.
So it's expansive. How much?
It is a lot. Like they are biting off a lot here, and I don't know what they are not capable of. So I can't judge them yet because I don't remember. Is this Portkey's first thing or no?
Portkey has been around since 2017, and it's a Warner Brothers company that's dedicated specifically to anything that's related to Harry Potter. Basically,
so they have been involved in like Lego Harry Potter. And,
hold on, give me a second. No. Give me a second, and I will get you that list.
Because what I'm going to say is, I wonder if this is their first foray into like an open world.
I think it is
expansive thing.
No,
like
I think it is. I think it is.
Man, could you imagine if they were to knock that out of the park for their first one?
Okay. Portkey Games. Here you go. Overview. If you want, I can do a quick overview. It's not long.
Yeah.
Okay. Portkey Games has first announced their first game in 2017, working with Pokemon Go creators Niantic to produce a game known as the Harry Potter Wizards Unite. Andy, you've played that, right?
That was like the Pokemon Go.
Alex
version.
did.
Okay. Well, they had
watched her play that. That was pretty cool.
That's the first game they created. The game would feature the same
started as mobile,
augmented reality as Pokemon Go, but uses characters from Harry Potter universe. Later 2017, before the release of Wizards Unite, Portkey Games also announced a second mobile game in development called Harry Potter Hogwarts Mystery, which allows users to play as Hogwarts student and is set before the events of Harry Potter series. So this could be another reason why they're making the game. This kind of sounds a little bit like.
It seems like this is kind of like their wheelhouse is creating environments before.
The game was released exclusively for iOS and Android on April 25th, 2018. So this is their first console game. Everything thus far for them has been mobile. Android or iOS. Correct.
So I mean, this is definitely this is a huge step for them.
The developer for them is going to be Avalanche Software. Just so you
know. Well, dude, that's good background knowledge on Portkey Games.
This is gonna be an interesting take on there.
So again, we're getting everything here. Everything that we're reviewing is coming from the State of Play that came out. So we've been taking you through it. We got you all the way up to like this, the sorting hat and stuff like that. And so, like we said, you start as a fifth year student. So you're taking the potions class. You're taking, I think, defense against the dark arts, right? And there was another class too, herbology, maybe.
Do you
have a list of the first classes that you go to?
Okay, so I do have a list of the spells.
Not that yet. It looks like Anthony's looking up the classes.
But just to go into Avalanche Software, because I do want to go ahead and point these guys out. They've been working on stuff since '96.
Really?
So
anything we've played?
Mortal Kombat Trilogy. Rampage 2, Rugrats in Paris, Prince of Persia, NCAA College Football 2K3.
Pause.
Dude, these are all that they have been a part of.
I love how he's like, Mortal Kombat Trilogy. And then he's like
Rampage. Rugrats.
Rugrats. In Paris.
That's what I was like, hold on, pause.
And Rugrats Royal Ransom as well.
Oh my God. Okay, can we talk about the range necessary to go from Mortal Kombat to Rugrats?
You start with Rugrats, homie. I'm just letting you know.
You have to, because you imagine when they're coming out with Rugrats, like, you telling me that Tommy can't decapitate Chucky?
I do what I do. The biggest thing they've been a part of that everybody's going to know is the Disney Infinity series. So Disney Infinity 2.0 and 3.0, they've been deep into it.
Sweet.
So yeah, man, these guys, definitely got themselves lined up and ready to go.
They've got a track record.
Yes.
They have got a track record.
Okay, here you go. Here's some of the classes. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you again.
No.
But I got them. So the classes. Players will attend classes such as Charms, Defense Against the Dark Arts, Herbology, and Potions. So it's 4 different classes.
So it's 4, and apparently the way they work it is you go... And again, some of this we are kind of... Like, they didn't necessarily say it, so we're saying what we think it's going to be like, but it seems from what they said that you go to these classes, and then in between classes and afterwards, you get to explore Hogwarts. You can go to different places and...
Correct. You can also improve
either on or off campus.
Correct. You can also improve your overall knowledge of...
Your attributes.
Your attributes and one of those 4 along the lines after, like, before and after class as well.
Yeah, because you are you're starting off fresh as somebody who's supposed to be a year 5, correct?
Yeah,
correct. Yeah. So again, you got a lot of catching up to do. So you got to go to these classes. And the first thing I said when they showed that, they said you can explore a lot of these like dungeons, like below Hogwarts and stuff like that. And when you got the first look at it, it was massive. It looked like it was endless places to go and endless puzzles.
And some of the other things I thought was really cool were like the spells you would need to use to be able to unlock certain spots of Hogwarts.
Yeah, you have
like
to
there was a summoning spell that he went ahead and did to be able to pull, you know what I mean?
Like steps out?
Yeah, these steps towards him so that way he can continue. There's another one that he pulled a lever down on a picture and the picture turned into a door.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, okay, that sounds pretty
and apparently a lot of these are quite well hidden. So this seems like a game that might be really tough depending on how they shake out the achievements. If you're a trophy hunter like I am and Anthony is a lot of times too.
It's gonna be we're gonna be all over the fucking place.
Probably. So and it's cool that like it seems like they give you the freedom to go around and do things as you want, in addition to like having this overarching like storyline that you're supposed to be getting through. So you get to go and meet different people from different classes.
You and I both know we're not going to have a clue what the storyline is until like 55 hours in and we just completed the first mission of the story.
Yeah, because 55 hours in, it's like, okay, there's no one else I can talk to. There's no more side shit. Nowhere else I can go. I have to do this now, I guess.
And by that point, you're already like half God mode. You're like, yeah, all right. Like, I know I have literally mastered every spell, potion, and whatever. And then
that's how I feel with Horizon right now, to be honest with you.
That's all right. And then you're going to fucking get that first mission done. And then you're going to open up a plethora of like 55 other hours of things to do. You're like, fuck.
There is actually, if I can find it, I'll send it to you because it was actually funny because it talks about gamers like us who do shit like that. If someone put this like comedy video, it was like an animated video of like a fake video game, and it was basically the final boss.
Yeah,
seeing a character played like us who does everything else first, and then comes in God mode.
I think
and the boss looked at it, was like, "Where have you been? Like, what have you been doing? This is crazy." Yeah, it was so fun. It was so funny, and the dude was just like, he was like, "What have you done?" The dude's like, everything. Like he just like started glowing and had this big ass weapon. I
did see it. I think he like tried to do something. And he just like reflected it back at him. Gone.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah. So Wes, you pointed out some of these crazy beasts that they have, and you see them right away in the trailer. I think like 30 seconds in, you see some crazy shit. You see something that looks like what's the fuck? It's like a dragon dog. I don't know what the hell. It looked like a dragon dog with a mustache. I don't know what the hell.
Yeah, those guys. Yeah, that thing basically it looks like a kraken, but it's mixed with like a Rottweiler.
Yeah. So
some of the other ones you have those like gargoyle looking horse things with like the beak. Like says, dude, I have no idea what any of these things are called.
Okay, if you really want to give me a second, I actually just found a list. It's every magical creature confirmed for Hogwarts Legacy.
So yes, please nerd it. Come on.
All right, give me a second. I got to get to. Okay, here's a list that's been compiled so far. Boggertz, hippogriffs, Ephiri. So I guess maybe I should go into a little bit of detail what some of these are. Okay, so real quick, I'll start back. Boggertz, the mysterious shapeshifters that are shapeshifters are liable to keep players on their toes. They don't just transform into anything; they'll take the form of a person's worst fear. Hippogriffs, Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban brought these lesser-known cousins of griffins to the forefront. It's basically the half bird, half. It's basically like the griffin. Fury, Inferi, sorry. Is something of a darker creature that's liable to serve as a significant threat. Dementors.
Think of it as a ghoul.
Yeah, pretty much. Dementors, the soul-sucking wraths known as Dementors.
Those things are crazy looking.
I
do know what those are.
The dog with the mustache that you're talking about is called Graphorns. Fantastic. So this is pretty cool. So this is where you're going to see a mix of some Harry Potter stuff,
crossover.
So and some of the Fantastic Beasts. So Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them did more than just launch. Basically,
Newt's
some
Commander.
of the, yes, you're probably looking at the same list, aren't you, Wes?
I have it up
awesome.
here right now. Yeah.
Next are Calves. Calves.
Those things are adorable. Dude.
A little bit. Another creature that got some attention
eyes.
more recently in the Fantastic Beasts are the Calves. Trolls. We all know what the trolls are. I'm not even going to get in there. Giant spiders. We've seen them in the movies.
Yeah.
Dragons. We know what they are.
These are the things that I was talking about.
Thestrals. Thestrals. Yeah, they're the
Thestrals. There you go.
Yeah, they're like the griffin, but in the form of like all bones, right? Like a dark griffin. They got the beak, they got the dark wings. Remember do you remember
skeletal winged horses only visible to those who have witnessed a death?
Correct. So do you remember when they were? You might not, Wes. Do you remember when they were pulling the the carriage the one time and they looked like they weren't being pulled by anything? But
yes.
Two people could see them, Harry Potter and I forget
the blonde girl.
And the little blonde girl. They could see them. That's them. Okay, that's actually the end of the list for now. So there's probably going to be much, much more once we get a little bit more information on the release of the game.
That's sick.
But that's the list that we have so far. That kind of gave me a little goose pimplies. That was exciting.
Absolutely, and in addition to, obviously having a broom to ride, you can also ride some of these magical beasts too.
Correct.
Yes.
So that's pretty dope because you actually saw it at the end. Dude was riding like a Pegasus. It looked like
the Griffin one.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool. Also, they do have a like a relationship aspect in this game too, which is dope. So you can interact with other NPCs. And you can establish relationships, and as you grow the relationships, the schoolmates will become companions that can accompany you on your journey. They can expand your abilities and offer, unique dialogue options to learn like deeper stories about them. So it is cool that you have like a not necessarily a party system because I don't think you don't necessarily control them, but that's a cool little feature. Obviously, Quidditch is going to be involved somehow because you saw it briefly in the trailer. I don't know how they're going to work that in, but that will be a part of it. Trying to think of some of the other things that we saw there. What was that room? That room at the end.
The room at the end.
The one where you had like
where when you walk in and it says like
and stuff
and it says like it knows what you need when you get in there.
Yes.
Room of requirement?
Yes.
Room of requirement.
Yes, that's exactly what it is.
That was interesting to see.
That room looks like it's going to be something that is going to be very beneficial for your character because you are trying to catch up with everybody else that's in your class.
So the room of requirement is a room on the 7th floor of Hogwarts Castle that appears when somebody is in very great need of it and contains what the individual needs at that time. Little info.
I love
what
the intuitiveness.
What the actual room of requirement is. So now you know.
I wonder if that will fall in line with like main quest. Like, so like you might need to sneak up on something or go ahead and like surveillance. So it'll give you a invisibility potion.
So the room is located on the 7th floor. We know that. That has a hidden entrance opposite the tapestry depicting the attempt of Barnes Bass, the Barmy, to teach trolls ballet. The way to open the room is to walk past it 3 times, think about what you need, and the door will appear.
Hell yeah.
There's no more info.
Wish I had one of those rooms in my house.
It's called the basement, bro. Walk past it 3 times, you're like, yeah, I'm going down there.
Yeah, I need that. I need to go down. I'll be back.
I need it.
I
don't need it. I don't need it. I need it. Let's go.
You can't not finish that. This seems like a game that could potentially be very, very long. Very long.
I'm not going to.
Another thing that's cool. Yeah, another thing that's cool that I want to touch on. It seemed like a small thing that I love shit like this. They didn't really spend a lot of time talking about it, but since you spend time in classes throughout the year, you actually, when you're traveling, get to see the seasons change. So you're going to be traveling in places that are going to look different based on what season it is.
I absolutely love that. That's like
dynamic weather changes is always like the coolest thing when they start happening in games.
Yep.
So
especially when they make that a big part of the game, like you said, they didn't talk about it much, but I guarantee you 100% it's going to be a key factor in some of the stuff that happens in this game.
I think so too. I don't know if they've said yet if there is any multiplayer element.
There is
in
not
this game at all.
No, they've already.
There's not. Okay.
They've already confirmed it's not multiplayer.
Okay.
At the same time, it is something that PlayStation doesn't really need. PlayStation does so good with. Just I was just curious.
Just remember, this game's not going to be just available for PlayStation.
That is true.
It's coming out for everything, including Nintendo Switch.
Yeah. See, now think about it with the Switch and like the spells.
If you use the motion control,
right?
Exactly.
So my biggest,
I'm still gonna get it for the PS5 just for the DualShock or the DualSense.
The DualSense, correct. Now that's what I was gonna say really quick. The two that would have I think the best selling
biggest
factor,
advantage.
The best selling factor would be the Nintendo Switch for the whole fucking.
Two
purposes of it.
You're casting your spells.
You can actually cast depending if they have it set up that way. You can cast your own spells and the mobility. You can take the game with you, right? That's amazing.
Yeah, absolutely.
For sure. But for playability purposes and just
the dual,
for all around feel,
that
dual sensation, dude.
4K,
can you imagine
4K
what
capabilities, the whole nine?
Can you imagine what they could do with that game? Just imagine what the controller would feel like riding different beasts, but also when we had that part where you could see like the dueling magic where they both shot the spells and they were trying to see like who was going to win, what that might feel like in the controller. Like feeling it tense up as you're getting close to like losing it or something like that.
But
like,
back to Wes was saying, this is a game that doesn't need to be multiplayer. This is a game though I do think that will be more fun spent in a party with your homies playing it together, because then you could talk about different, like we've already done this before with other games. When we played Skyrim or Fallout 4, we always wished it was going to be multiplayer, but I can't think about a time when we would play those games and we would literally spend all day. This is before we had kids and important things to do, but the three of us would literally spend like 8 hours a day on our systems together,
playing our own individual
games,
playing the same game,
but playing our own individual playthroughs and just talking about it, coming across.
Where are you at?
Exactly,
you're right. And this one could be so much cooler because imagine if we all end up in different.
Exactly, you're going to have
houses.
all
in different houses.
100% going to have different circumstances for each thing. So
that's the thing. The side story is going to be much different
for the three of us.
I
think for the houses, 100%. For play styles, not so much possibly for me and Andy, just because of the way we play. However, I did like how they pointed out a little fact of that. It seemed like there's potential to be a bad guy in this game. Did anybody else notice that?
It did.
If you go, they said if you go down this, yes. If you go down this dark road,
possessing magic that even the masters at Hogwarts don't possess.
So here's the thing.
Gotta love that.
Yeah, they didn't talk about it, and I picked up on it when I watched it because this is like the second or third time I've seen this one. But it's I don't mind watching it. Like this is a great trailer, and I told Andy the other day, like I haven't bought any games, right? So the last game I bought I think was NHL. I'm not buying anything until this comes out. Like I'm gonna play Horizon at some point. I think I'm right
there with you.
But I got enough to hold me over that I'm not playing it. This is coming. This is actually scheduled. Absolutely. I think it was fourth quarter of 22, so back end of December timeframe is when you'll probably see. Yeah. I guarantee you, actually, would surprise. I don't even know if there's a date out specifically yet, but you're gonna see Christmas release probably.
I'm thinking holidays.
Holiday for
definitely
sure.
Holidays.
Holiday release on this game. Game over, dude. Game over. You're gonna make a shitload of fucking money, and the availability of more systems are gonna be out.
For sure.
So, but yeah, I'm not buying any game until this comes out. I got enough to hold me over.
And the fact that there's still damn near almost a full year before this game comes out, almost.
Yeah. There's so much.
I imagine we'll probably. I imagine there's going to be so much more that they're going to release. I can't imagine that like this 14-minute thing is the last thing they're going to tell you until the game comes out.
And no, I hope to God with all the stuff that they said is. All of this, like you can go and explore and all that kind of shit. I hope I hope it's like non-linear. You know what I'm saying? Like I hope I have.
I'm sure you're.
There's going obviously. There's gonna. There's you think?
I think there'll be a little mix of both. I think when you like when they said that you can explore the school like in between classes and stuff like that, I do truly think you can go wherever you want, but I assume that there's places like it's going to be linear in the beginning a little bit. I think once you get more spells and more shit to like
right.
do whatever you want, you could probably go wherever the fuck you want.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that.
But you know what? They did say at the end like to be careful and be mindful of where you go first, because you may end up somewhere that you don't want to be. So normally when they say stuff like that, it is a game like, well, Oblivion didn't do it this way, neither did Skyrim, but Morrowind did, where you could literally like you could go anywhere, and it wasn't one of those things where the enemies leveled with you. No, you went to the wrong spot, you were getting fucked up.
Yeah, it was like, hey,
with a quickness.
Poppy, why you here?
Yeah,
I mean, and look, obviously
wrong neighborhood, homie.
Like obviously, I mean, I'm playing Horizon right now, and I could go ahead and say it's very much like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
To where like, I mean, because once you get out into the West, I mean, you're completely on your own when it comes down to how you want to play with how linear you want to be.
Yeah.
I mean, you can run main mission, or you can go ahead and just find everything, work everything, get all the side quests done. And I feel like with this game, you can go ahead and basically do it that same way.
Yeah, that's sick.
Now, I don't think they would do this because I think it would be a massive undertaking, but the only way I would not be a trophy hunter in this game would be if this game does end up being as long as I think it could be, because it seems like it's a game that you could easily get around 100 hours. So if they had a trophy to like complete the game as a part of like each house, I'd probably tap out because I ain't spending 400 hours.
Yeah, I don't think I can't say.
I was thinking,
I can't say I wouldn't because I've spent 400 hours in Oblivion. So fuck, you know.
I was thinking something.
But then again,
like
that was
maybe,
before.
You know, maybe it might be something a little more the lines of doing things on the side of good and then doing things on the side of evil. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, maybe that might be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where the where it's gonna go.
I can honestly say I don't know, because like I said, when I do Star Wars and it's an option, I know immediately I'm dark side all day. That's like the one I like to be the shining knight in every game possible with a Paragon system or that type of thing.
I do
Star
too.
Wars, I always love the dark side. So this game, I'm not sure. You know, this might be like that for me too, because I'm not, you know,
because you already it already seems like you have the ability to possess some of the dark arts. I feel like it's not going. Bro, people are going to be able to dip their toes in that pond, but still stay good. You know what I'm saying?
Look, here's my thing. I got the solution for you, right? If you and your wife are both going to play this game, you do the dark side, and she does the. Obviously, she's going to be the better of the two anyway. So you be the bad guy, and she be the good guy. Plain and simple.
I honestly think what I'm going to do is, because like I said, Star Wars is the one place where I allow myself to be like, fuck it, I'm going full dark. Every other game, whatever happens, but I try to just do whatever I think I would actually do given that situation. And if it leads me down a fucked up road, you know, so be it. But that's probably how I'll play it. But awesome. For anyone,
you want to talk about some of these spells?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Absolutely, because you know that's going to be like the biggest part of it. That's the biggest part of the combat.
Do you have how many?
Unless you throw your wand
the
at
ones that we
someone.
got so far,
Yeah.
I believe there's
62.
like 7. You know what I mean? That we saw from the just from the trailer. You know what I mean? Just from that 14 minutes that we watched. So the ones that we saw were Wingardium Leviosa, which was the levitation charm.
Bro, do you remember that? They went over that for like 5 minutes. They went over
it's
that
Leviosa,
for like 5
not
minutes
Leviosa.
straight in that daggone movie. You should get that right. Damn.
Leviosa, not Leviosa. When I know that.
You have Stupefy, which is a stunning spell.
Okay.
You have Osteo, which is the summoning spell. That's the one that I saw where they pulled like the one wall towards you and you're able to like pull the latch down on the painting.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You have a killing curse spell, which is Avada Kedavra.
Yes.
One of the first things you saw in the trailer was a lighting charm, Lumos. And then, obviously, for the pyromaniacs in the world, you can go ahead and do Incendio. Yeah, the fire spell. You boys have a look on your faces. You want to?
Well, no, it's not the bad. I was just thinking of something because this is the type of silly shit that I like. It's 100% not necessary, but like in the movies, and don't they actually like say the spell when they cast it? They don't just point their wand and shit happen. Yeah, how crazy would that be if you actually had to do that? If you actually had to say that shit into the microphone and into your controller,
I would drop my.
Or else the spell wouldn't work.
Hey, can I return this? I don't want to yell at my game and think my daughter I'm a crazy person because she already knows I'm a crazy person. No, thank you.
Oh my god,
please,
that'd be crazy. Because the only other game I've ever seen like that, and again, I think it would be cool to have that as an option for people that really like that immersive shit. It'd be cool to have it as an option because I did use that in Rise. Remember Rise?
Yeah.
For Xbox One.
Yeah.
First game you and I ever actually 100%ed.
Yeah.
How you could actually, you would actually yell fire volley and shit like that, and surprisingly, it was way more responsive than I thought it would be.
Oh yeah. Because it's right. It was connected
with the Connect.
Yeah.
Some of the other spells that we had Petrificus Totalis, which is the body bind curse. Thank you. Expelloramus, which is the disarming spell. Protego, which is a shield charm. Astro Momentum, which was a slowing charm. Oh, Arresto Momentum, sorry. Reparo, which was a mending charm. Andy went black. Descendo, which is a slamming charm. That one always looked super heavy. I mean, they went like, they dropped that motherfucking hammer. And that's all I have. So yeah, dude, a good bit so far. And I'm curious whether it's going to be like analogs. They're going to control.
What's with the Robert De Niro face?
I was just about to say.
I just felt like doing it. Everybody's got one. Everyone's got one. Sorry, continue.
I don't know. I don't remember what the fuck I was saying.
I have no fucking
Me neither.
idea.
I'm literally looking at
you. Like
Andy comes back from fucking doing whatever he's doing, and all I see is Robert De Niro.
Andy goes black again. Yeah, and then he comes back Bobby D. So it's like,
well, no, honestly, if you want to know why that just happened, is because I was interested and I was like, oh, that's cool, and everything you were saying, I was going like, all right, and then I saw myself in the picture, and I was like,
how far can I go?
Jesus Christ.
Oh god. Anyway.
All right, that's the list of spells. That's the list of spells, by the way. Jesus.
Yeah. So let's wrap this thing up in a tidy little bow. Well, we don't necessarily need to grade it because I think we need to give it the same thing.
I was gonna say we should give it a pre-grade. Like what? Okay.
From the 14 minutes we saw,
let's go. We're gonna change it up, and instead of an A, B, C, D, we're gonna go out of 10. Right. So where do you put where? Because that makes the rating once the game comes out for us and we start playing it. It makes the rating process a little bit easier. Right. So
I feel like I'm gonna cheat here.
I'm not because I know where I'm putting it right now.
Where are you putting it?
7.
Okay.
Because right now we don't know how in depth they went. Everything they could have showed us could have literally it depending on how much you can actually do. That number is going to go up slowly, right? So 7, it's like a solid like C, 7.5, so like a C plus for now.
What you got?
I'm kind of feeling the same, like a 7.5.
You fucking dirty cheat.
Well, no, because
be original.
He was.
Like, so my thought is, I mean, if they do some of these like spell battle things as like quick time events, then
that would be fun though.
Then it will be fun, but I feel like it's going to take away some of what everybody's expecting from the game.
Yes and no. Hear me out really quick. So would you rather? And this is why. So in the Spider-Man games, would you rather them be QTEs or would you rather try and fight through everything? Now, here's why I enjoy the QTE, and this could just be my thing.
I love QTEs, but I'm a Shenmue guy. So.
Especially in a game like this, when you have this kind of graphics and this kind of stuff that they've got going on, it gives you a little bit more time to enjoy what you're doing in the game. So like when you do the QTEs with Spider-Man, you get to actually take in everything that's going on around you. And things slow down.
Oh, dude, that shit with Rhino?
Oh, my
that part
God.
with Rhino and Miles? So sick.
Now,
but
I'm thinking of it more as like kind of like a combination of like what Miles and Spider-Man was with like Fallen Order and how like Fallen Order's QTEs worked. You know what I mean? Like, so with like Miles, you know how
I don't
you had
even
like,
remember
the
QTEs with Jedi.
You had like the button mashing part of Miles. You mean when you're like trying to stop the car?
Yeah.
You know what I mean, during like the robberies and stuff like that. Like that. In order to like stop a spell and try to cast your own like quick tap X, fine, I'm cool with that. You know what I mean? that still gives you the same elements of being able to still try to do the spells. But like in Fallen Order, you had certain QTEs, depending on how far along in the fight, you know what I'm saying, to where it was like, towards the end, to where you're about to hit him with like a finishing move or something, then it would start queuing you up for certain things. Like
I know what you're saying.
That I don't have a problem.
I know what you're saying. QTEs, I think, are great when they're implemented properly.
Yes.
When you use them in a certain way. So like I think you kind of said this, unless I misunderstood what you were saying. Like in this game, what seemed like
I said a lot to mean a little, but go ahead.
A part that would make sense in a game like this would be like if they added QTEs when you have one of those moments where you cast a spell, they cast a spell, and they're hitting each other, and you're trying to battle it out to maybe have a QTE in there to get yours to go further and shit like that, maybe. But like why I always liked QTEs, like Shenmue was the first game I ever played with one. And as hard as it is, the reason that I loved it so much is because they would normally implement it in like a crazy chase scene or something like that. But the cool thing about it wasn't one of those games where if you fuck up the QTE or whatever, you just start the whole thing over. Like if you missed a button, it would just take you down a different area. So like, if you were chasing somebody and they knocked a bunch of boxes over and you were supposed to hit the A button to jump over, if you missed it and didn't hit the A button, you would like trip up, he would go somewhere else and you'd have to dip down somewhere else to catch him. So like they added like layers to it. So if they do stuff like that, see, what I don't like is just the nonsense tapping the fucking same button over again. That shit drives me nuts.
Yeah.
There is a time and a place for that shit. Like if you're in a real struggle with somebody or something like that, then it makes sense. So long way around. If they do it properly, I think QTs could be perfect in this game. I don't think it should be the main source of like something, but to do it properly, I think would be cool. Because like you said, you get to see, like that shit with Rhino and Miles was so sick.
Yeah,
was so sick.
Yeah.
So what did you say? So you took 7 as well, Wes?
7.5. Yeah.
7.5. Okay. I'm gonna go 8. I actually was gonna go 9, but I'm gonna go 8 because I feel like I'm giving them more room to like blow me away even more. But everything that I saw, the reason that I'm giving it 8, one, I love the fact that I would not give it an 8 if I had to play as Harry Potter. This game could be the exact same everything. If I had to play as Harry Potter, I would not be giving it an 8. The fact that I can create my own person and do my own thing, I love.
I agree.
I absolutely love. Not having it be a linear game where it's just story quests is what's keeping me up there. The fact that you have side quests, the fact that you can cultivate relationships with other people, it's like we love playing those RPG type of games. So So I'm giving it an 8, which still gives a lot of room for them to release even more over the year. That makes me go, oh shit, it's a 9 now. But I'm excited for it, and I really do think if they do this right, I can't imagine how it wouldn't be up for some awards next year.
Yeah.
I can't imagine that it wouldn't be if they do it right. And I think they're actually brilliant for not having a multiplayer aspect in this thing, because then chances are they're not going to have to worry about any glitchy, buggy
bullshit
server issues or anything like that, where you're trying to play the game and all of a sudden a server drops off.
You know what I mean? Certainly can get muddled when you have. When you start adding in like an MMO type of aspect, or like any type of multiplayer online thing.
Yeah, no.
Like
they made the right choice.
It's not necessary. Especially not for this game.
No. Fuck that.
Yeah.
No.
And so we got 7, 7.5, and 8. That's solid.
We'll take it.
And that's just a grade a year out. We haven't even touched the game yet.
Yeah.
It could go from a 7 to a 10 or a 7 to a 2. It could go anywhere.
Exactly.
But because like you said, if it's one of those things where it's like, some movie trailers where you're watching the 2-minute movie trailer, and then when you actually see the movie, you realize that 2 minutes in the movie trailer was the best part of the fucking movie.
Yep. And you're like,
and everything else just kind of sucked.
Yeah.
And that happens a good bit.
Or you run into the same situation where you literally have like potential to be game of the year, and then it comes out and it's glitchy as fuck. We've already seen that. We've already seen that happen before. So, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So we talked about Hogwarts. We got our wizard on. Now let's give you news. All right, I'm going to go ahead and just run three articles. I said you guys a little bit more than that, but
I was about to say you definitely didn't send me 3.
No,
that's
just for time's sake.
That's absolutely.
So the first one I want to talk about is that we got an official release for a new Witcher game that is going to be using the Unreal 5 engine. They did. Let's see here. Robert Malinowski confirmed that the medallion that you saw in the trailer is the medallion shaped like a lynx. So what that tells us is that it is going to be one of the schools, obviously it's going to be cat, but you have the Griffin, Bear, Viper, Manticore, and Crane, and the Wolf schools, which are all part of the Witcher guilds. So some people think that we might actually be getting Ciri will be the main character of this game, because she does come from the like the cat guild. So yes. The medallion could definitely be hers. I started playing Witcher 3 a long ass time ago, back when it first got on Game Pass, and I only played for like 2 hours and I stopped.
Anthony, you played it, right?
It didn't grab me.
Yeah, I didn't play it all the way through though. I did the same thing as well. So I played like a solid 8 to 10 hours, and it wasn't me. It wasn't for me that much. I didn't enjoy it as much as I thought I was going to.
Yeah, same here.
And I'm kind of excited, but I'm kind of not, because I don't know, anything that comes out of fucking
CD Projekt Red.
Yeah, I'm just not really interested anymore after the fiasco of fucking Cyberpunk. Whether they fix it or not, it doesn't matter.
Now they did. I don't have the article up, but they did go ahead and say the lead director of this new Witcher game said that there will not be crunch. There will. Let me look. They said that before.
You know what,
Cyberpunk.
Dude? Yeah, I don't want to hear it. Everybody fucking says that bullshit.
I'm more curious on when that actually happens.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does. He's like, I'm not saying it.
Next article I have has to do with EA Sports PGA Tour. So the game has been delayed to spring of next year, which I'm fine with. These are those
I would love to get back into one of those games. We had a lot of fun.
They're just so pretty.
They're
so fucking pretty.
They're so. This is gonna sound shitty. I'm not like shitting on the game of golf. Like, it actually is fun, but like it's so minimal. Like, they don't have a lot that they have to do.
Yeah.
So they can put a lot into these graphics. You're talking about a lot of you're talking about trees, water, some people,
the fairway, the
grass,
rough, the bunker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But for as little shit as they have to do, they do it pretty fucking perfect. And they were the only game so far, maybe up until recently, with the new NBA 2K22. The first time I was ever able to do a face scan was the PGA. It was Tiger Woods then.
It was
perfect.
Yes, it was perfect.
It was I don't know that it was I don't know it was the first time they ever did it, but it was dead on.
Dude, remember we were fucking playing against each other in a fucking tournament.
Yeah.
And I was like,
I actually we might have to put these pictures up, because I do think I still have an old iPhone around here that I think has screenshots of me, Anthony, Matt,
nuts.
And you never did the face scan, I don't think.
Wes. No, I don't think I did.
Dude, so good.
It was literally dead on. I couldn't even believe it. And that's what always boggled my mind when I was playing certain games, like even just like 3 or 4 years ago. And I'm like, how did they have this so perfect a fucking decade ago, but now they can't get it right? I don't get it.
So the interesting thing with this is that you're not going to have Tiger Woods in this game. So he's not going to
even be in it.
No, he signed a multi-year deal with PGA Tour 2K.
Oh, okay.
So because
2K's coming for
that,
everyone.
now you have an actual steady competition of a sports game, which I'm actually excited for.
Yo, bro, Ant, you and I are gonna get that game. We're gonna go, play 18, and then we're gonna go hit up the tattoo shop in the city. That's what 2K is gonna do to that game.
Hell yeah!
You're gonna go hitting up the city, playing fucking mini putt and shit.
We're gonna be able to fucking hit up different clubs.
That'll be legit, dude.
We're gonna be fucking hitting up different clubs, fucking playing against each other. Be like, yo.
Yeah,
this is gonna be my.
Well, I mean,
club.
if it's a Tiger Woods game, does that mean like they're gonna be a bunch of Denny's around?
Okay, that's
Perkins.
Fine. That's fine. I thought you were about to go a way different route with that.
Well, no. I mean, look. I mean, hopefully,
if it's a Tiger Woods game, you definitely can't drive. I knew that's where that was going. Definitely
hopefully
can't
they
drive.
don't let us drive. Hopefully there aren't any windy roads. So I mean, I'll leave it at that. But
yeah, no sleep medication, none of that. But
yo, you know what would actually be wild if that PGA Tour 2K game would be like Tiger's comeback after those events, like after breaking his legs and his hip in that accident, and actually building yourself back up to becoming a PGA champion.
Dude, the fact that he came back and won again is ridiculous. Like the fact that really happened, that he came back and won another championship, was nuts.
It just shows the prestige of the athlete that he is.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And dude, look at how I don't remember which. It was the one that we played. I don't remember what year, but how cool it was that you got to play as him as a kid and like recreate the shots that he actually did as a kid.
Yeah,
Yes.
that was so cool.
Dude, you watch that kid, watching him. It's crazy. Like you marvel at watching someone like Connor McDavid when I showed you guys him at 15, and then you take that and it's like, okay, go ahead and watch Tiger Woods at like 4. You know what I mean?
And then look at him now with his son.
His son, who looks identical and is doing the same shit.
They do all the same shit. Like, yo, I love it. I fucking love it.
Yeah.
All right, so last thing I have.
Please tell me you're picking the right one for this last one.
Last thing I have is PlayStation will reportedly reveal their Spartacus subscription service as soon as this week coming up.
Bro, you got him so excited he headbutted he actually mouthed or headbutted his fucking microphone.
No,
he was like,
it was my. Yeah,
because he just looked back he looked at all of us, and I was still looking at you, but I saw the corner of my eye. This motherfucker was like.
You know what I find weird about this? What I do find weird about this is the oh no. Okay, they'll reveal it. I saw it wrong, and I thought it was just about to be like something you could do next week, and I was like, damn, you're not even gonna have like a state of play or anything about it.
Well,
you'd think it'd be something big enough that they would have something dedicated to it.
I mean, a lot of sources are saying that PlayStation will have a splashy lineup of hit games. I mean, that's their words.
What does splashy mean?
I'm now nervous because they used splashy lineup.
Yeah,
obviously we're going to have like the Ratchet and Clanks, and
better be the new one.
I'm not mad at those.
Give it the new one though. Give us the new one.
I'm thinking the same thing.
You give us the new one. I'm signing up.
You know Sony's not stupid. If they really want to make this something to rival Game Pass, you know that there's going to have to be, maybe it's not Ratchet and Clank, but you know there's got to be something that you're going to see right away that's going to make you go, oh shit, I can't believe they're giving that with it. There's got to be. There's no way they're going to get you amped up just because you can fucking play fucking Metal Gear Solid 2. Like, that's cool. I want to be able to do that. But
yeah, but not really. Like,
that can't be your fucking. That can't be the shit that like is gonna draw.
Like
me
I said, dude.
Like, fuck, I gotta go get my card now.
This is good. When I first got my Xbox, and I had the whole Game Pass Ultimate thing, what fucking got me really good, and I was like so surprised at it, was when they fucking dropped Forza. Fucking a week before it ever released.
Yeah, that was
disc. I was like, all right, dude. Like, yep, this is so fucking.
Too.
Yeah, and I was like, God, this is so worth it.
Yeah,
it just is.
So there is going to be a multi-tier system for the monthly payments or yearly payments that they want to do with this. The first tier will include the same benefits as the PlayStation Plus, including online play and free monthly games, which is basically what we have now.
What I do like about that already, more than Game Pass, and it's just one aspect, is the fact that you can get a yearly membership as opposed to monthly. That I enjoy.
I'm not entirely sure if you can get a yearly. I just think it's...
Okay, well, if you can, I like that a hell of a lot.
Dude, look...
Just pay it, let me be done with it.
It is one of the things I love about the Switch. It's just the one... I mean, yearly, just drop in the bucket, call it.
Be done with that. Be done with it. I'm surprised that Microsoft didn't, because the Xbox Live, you always had a yearly option.
Yeah, so that's true.
I have no idea why with Game Pass they decided to go away from that. Be like,
more money.
You just gotta do it. You could still. I don't even care if they made it the same amount of fucking money. Just let me pay it all at once.
I agree. No, I do agree.
Agreed. The next tier will throw in access to a gaming library similar to Game Pass, and then the third most expensive tier will include PS1, 2, 3, and PSP games into that library. The most expensive tier will also include the ability to stream games and play extended demos.
All right, but
so
we have any pricing yet?
I think we talked about this before about what they claimed the pricing was.
Googling real quick.
All right, yeah, you hit that real quick. But so look, obviously this is something that is going to be going up against Game Pass, and if you think about like the games that we get for Game Pass, like the Forzas and the Gears and all that stuff, Godfall is going to be coming to Game Pass really soon. Mm-hmm. That just finished up its limited run with PlayStation. So obviously Godfall was that's Gearbox and stuff like that. So we should be seeing that one soon. What's up?
It's believed to be all basically dead on to Game Pass just about. What it says here is for PS Plus, $10 a month. PS Plus Extra, which is the benefits, the PS4 library and the PS5, would be $13 a month. And then the premium, which is all the other shit you said with the extended demos and all that, would be $16 a month.
Okay.
And what Game Pass Ultimate's what, like $15.89 or something?
17,
something like that. So either way, you're right there.
Okay.
You're right there, which is smart because you'd already lose a lot of people right out the gate if you made it wildly more expensive than Game Pass.
Now, even though, like I was just saying about certain Game Pass games, there are certain Xbox games that came just straight up to Game Pass, like day of or like a week before, they don't think that they're going to be doing the same thing right away with even with like exclusive PlayStation titles. So like Ragnarok, they don't believe is going to be first day.
Look,
which is unfortunate because that could be a huge fucking selling point. You know what I mean?
Like I said, I'm gonna be in a wait and see thing for it, but I like that they're leaving the door open for that though. Like if they're saying they don't know yet that they're gonna do that, you know, if they just come out and they're like, "No, we're not doing that," then it's like, well, you can't really beat Game Pass then because they're giving you old games and new ones day one. Yeah. You're just giving access to old games, which is cool, but you're not gonna beat Game Pass. You're gonna have another cool feature, but you're not gonna beat Game Pass.
Yeah. All right. That's news. So, now it's time to go ahead and let all the crew members at home and the ones abroad, we're going to tell you what we are playing.
So finally got some more gaming in. Finally finished. What?
Finished?
I finished. Finish.
Popeye over here had to make sure he got his spinach in.
Yeah, you're right. I had some today. Had to finish. Finally finished fucking Spider-Man for PlayStation. Jesus fuck. So I finished that game, all the DLCs. Being the trophy hunter that I am, I'm running back through on New Game Plus, playing it on the Ultimate, and that's it.
It's actually really funny because when we hopped on to play the other night, he was playing Spider-Man while I was doing something else while we were waiting for you, and he was playing on Ultimate. Out of nowhere, he goes, "Wow, I'm dead. That's a first." He's like, "That's a first," and that was fast.
I got hit like three times.
But dude, he didn't even like his voice and like his like nothing changed. He was just like, "I died. That was fast." And then he goes, 2 shots. Okay, that's all it takes.
I love that. That's great.
Like, all right.
Well, because I wasn't expecting what it was going to be like, and yeah, that's it. That's all I got. That's all I did. That's all I did.
Still something. You want to go? Or you want me
sure.
to go?
I didn't run any Back 4 Blood with the boys. I've had to change my work schedule for a little bit, so that's kind of effed up a little bit of my streaming and a little bit of my gaming time with my friends. But in the meantime, I have been getting more Horizon in. I am actually currently legendary hunting, so there are certain weapons and gear that you can get without having to actually complete like story missions. And like one of them is like you can race in this game. Like you can get on like a charger, and you like get on a mount and then race. And you actually so when you're racing, you can shoot people with these warrior bows, which are like tinier little bows that are much quicker to be able to pull arrows out and like shoot people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So you can hit them with that, and then you can hit them with a stick, essentially. And then dude, it's so it's essentially death race on chargers.
Just the way you sold that was nothing. Like you could shoot these people with arrows and then just beat them with a stick. I was like, okay.
I mean,
no like cool sword to follow up with. I'm just beating them with a stick.
Dude, actually, it's a lot of fun, and you get a really, really good warrior bow for it. What else have I done? I ran through all the cauldrons. They're all done now. I've run through all the rebel main bases. I got all that shit done. I have probably about 90% of the world open to me to be able to go wherever I want. So I've been wilding the fuck out, dude. It's been fan-fucking-tastic.
Attaboy.
And I guess I'll go ahead and talk about a little bit of Cho. You know what I mean? Because we went ahead and did rock some of that last night.
We did.
Anthony had his redemption game.
And then I got fucked
and he did a damn good job. And then I went in, and I only got one game. I only got one fucking game in net.
You played really well, though. It just didn't work out.
Yeah. Look, I was happy with how I played. I felt like I could have done a little bit better, but all in all, I felt like I did pretty good. So
the way you played like you had been practicing all week,
which I haven't.
Which I didn't think you actually did, because like when you those first couple saves you made,
Thunderjaws instead.
Dude, those like post to post saves that you were making, it was baffling to me. I was like, what the what is happening?
Well, I was
like,
I got a little more confident in using the poke with like poking the stick out. So with doing that, I feel like that opened up a little more of like a repertoire that I could use.
Yeah, definitely thought you just said reptar.
I was talking about repertoire earlier. Nice way to bring it back around. Go ahead.
Right.
And then after you guys jumped off, I streamed for another 4 hours of Horizon. I was on for almost 6 hours last night.
What the fuck? When did you go to sleep? Oh, I forgot. Well, you're on this fucked up schedule now.
Around about 2.
Oh, God, I remember when that was just like a normal night.
That was a normal weekend. Yeah.
No, that was a normal night for me.
Yeah. See, no,
it could be weeknight too.
I
don't give a fuck. Like I've always been able to operate on like 5-6 hours sleep. That's fine. Well, and until now.
Shit changed.
But anyway.
How about you, man? What you been playing?
So outside of Chell, you guys, I played a little bit more. Oh well, I'll stick with Chell for a second because I did do something else. I always every year after the NHL trade deadline happens, like I don't wait for like. It usually takes like a week or two for them to like actually do the roster updates in there. And I have fun doing it myself. So I pull up like the trade tracker on my phone and I go into player movement and I put everybody like on the teams they're supposed to be on and start a franchise up. And it was especially interesting this year with the Flyers because we suck. So for lack of better terms, oh my God. And I literally cannot make this up. Guess who won? Because I already got through my first year. Guess who won the Stanley Cup in my first year?
Flyers.
Florida.
Claude Giroux. Yeah, Florida won the cup the very first year.
Gotta.
I hope that's real.
True. Yeah.
You know how much I love. This is a little off the gaming thing, but how much I loved going on Twitter and seeing like his first interview with Florida and stuff like that, and going into the comments and seeing how many of them littered with just letting you know you have all of Philadelphia behind you right now. Like for Florida, a lot of Flyers fans going, hey, I'm going to be honest with you because of Giroux, I'm following the Panthers more. So like, can you tell me like who, what beat writers and you guys have that like I should and shouldn't be listening to and stuff like that. Like there's so many Flyers fans that are all in on Florida right now. As am I. We're not going to be. We don't have a dog in the race this year. So
absolutely
not with our own team. So dude, I'm Giroux all the way. And you know me, normally I go with my favorite players. So if the Flyers are out, I go Pittsburgh first. If they get eliminated, then kind of whatever. But I'm all G all day. But anyway, so aside from that, more Elden Ring. That game was ridiculous. You want to talk about a game where like. I mean, really, I can't even say a game where you accidentally go to the wrong place first and you're fucked, because you can literally go anywhere in that game and get fucked. But
I actually got a buddy of mine. He 100% of the game.
Adrian?
No, one of our friends. His name is Ehe.
Oh, okay. I actually didn't even look to see what it would take to 100% the game, but I imagine it's ridiculous.
Adrian's been playing for just over 100 hours. He went ahead and he looked at it the other day.
Yeah, dude. When I first came out of like the beginning part of the game, and you come out of this like castle dungeon, whatever, I was just like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna just roam, see what happens," and I'm just gonna fuck up the first thing I see. I did not fuck up the first thing I saw.
I was about to say you got clapped from my guess,
bruh. Brutal cheek clapping immediately. I walked out this thing and I found one of those pillars that I was talking about last week that's kind of like Jedi, where you can save and like know that you'll start right back there. And I didn't really have any runes saved up because I just started, so I was like, yeah, if I die, I die. First thing I come across in this giant sprawling world, I was like, it's the first thing I see. What are the odds that I can't fight this thing yet? You know what I mean? Like it's the first thing. You'd think I felt wrong, Ricky Bobby. I went this thing, it was like this big fucking knight riding a horse, and I was like, let's go. So I rolled up on this thing.
Fucked you up.
Bro, he two-pieced me, and I was done. He came right up and just shink, shink. Night, keep your butthole tight is basically how that went. So then I decided to just explore. Now, something that is really cool about this game that I actually enjoy, and I wouldn't enjoy it in any other game. I enjoy it in this one just because while it's not Souls and Bloodborne, it is still more difficult than the other games that we play. You see things that other people could, like. It's not necessarily multiplayer, but it is multiplayer. This is going to sound fucking weird, but like they kind of did it with Death Stranding, where you can see in your game what other people did in theirs.
Oh, yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about.
People in their games can leave messages in the world that you can read in yours. You see them; they like glow on the ground. You can go in and you can read them and stuff like that. So you can go in and like you'll come up to some, like if you're in this dark cave, you'll come up to one. It'll be like a couple steps forward. Be careful on your left. So like people are looking out for people that are coming up like, hey, don't get snuck here, because they know this is one of those games where you can lose all your shit. So people are really like, you would think like, oh, this is an opportunity for people to be real assholes and just like be trolls and douchey. But every single one I saw has literally just been people looking out for people. Like, I got to this body of water legit. And I saw this like island and there was a body of water and I was like, cool, I'm gonna go over to this island. And I saw a message on the ground. I was like, maybe I'll read this thing. I'm glad I read it, because I read it and it was like, don't go forward, you can't swim. And I'm guessing so my guess is that is someone that didn't know that, died, got royally pissed, went back to that spot and left a message there.
Yes.
To warn other people.
I love that so much.
It is so good. Since you don't know what bosses you're ready for, you'll come across a message that'll be like, hey, there's a real hard boss ahead, so really think about it if you want to go here. Because it does work. A lot of them do work, like the Remnant game that we played, where when you're going to do a boss fight, and remember how we had to walk like through that fog?
Yep.
And once you're in there, you're in there.
Yep.
So like I said, the game. A game like this, where when you die, you lose all your shit. If you die in a boss battle, and you have to go back in to collect your shit, you can't just go in and out. Once you're in, the only way you're getting out is by beating the boss. So that's actually what hung me up with one of the bosses that took me probably like 45 minutes, because I died like 15 times, but I was not about to leave my shit there.
Yeah.
I had so much shit there. So, yeah, I've still been having a lot of fun with that. I didn't get to play as much this week as I did last week, but hopefully I'll get in a little bit more maybe tomorrow. But yeah, that's it for me.
Now it is time to let everybody know how they can connect with CGC. You can go to our website, which is consolegamingcrew.com, or you can go ahead and hit us up on email, which is consolegamingcrew@gmail.com. Our Twitter is @consolecrew. That is the one place where you can get to us the fastest, and we will get back to you the fastest, guaranteed. YouTube and Instagram are both Console Gaming Crew. YouTube, Jesus. Facebook is fucking useless.
About to say YouTube is fucked up. I was like, what? Don't be rude.
No, sorry. Facebook is fucking useless. And as you hear in the beginning of the episode, please go check out bossrushgames.com. The Boss Rush Network is our network. They are the shit, the place to go for all content creator type stuff, any gaming stuff, cosplay stuff. It is where you want to find it. bossrushgames.com. And you can also hit us up on Twitch. We are CGC Podcast. I normally have my Monday night co-ops where I've been running Back for Blood or Alien Fireteam Elite. And then also Fun Fridays. We've been running some Chell. Might do the same thing this Friday coming up that we did last. We'll run some Chell, and then I might run Horizon for X amount of hours, depending on how tired or awake I am.
Dope.
So yeah, man. Until next time, as always, we want to go ahead and tell everybody, please stay safe, wash your hands, mask up if you need to. And as always, game on. Game on, y'all. Be good. Peace.